If you have big goals and dreams for your real estate business, then you're probably going to want to watch this video because today I'm talking about the 5 biggest real estate marketing mistakes that I see in the real estate industry. And I'm also going to be talking about how we can correct them so that you can establish a brand and a business that you own that attracts leads into your database, that you can convert them better and make more sales as an agent. So let's get in. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Brayden McKee. I teach content marketing strategy to real estate agents and small business owners. So if you want to learn more about content marketing to generate leads, nurture more people to become clients, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, so today we are talking about the 5 biggest real estate marketing mistakes that I see and how you can course correct if you are making one of these 5 mistakes right now. So let's talk about number 1. The very first thing that I see that real estate agents are doing that is a big mistake in my opinion is that they're not creating their own content. So what I think is happening right now is there are a lot of people that are creating real estate content, and it has become a more accepted form of marketing in the real estate industry. When I got into real estate in 2017 as a 23-year-old, and I told my broker that I was going to do digital marketing to build my real estate business, they pretty much told me I was not going to be successful. And that was something that they were kind of like, that's just not going to work in real estate. They told me to cold call, they told me to door knock, they told me to do all those traditional things, right? And to be honest, that just didn't work with the people that I knew, and just like my personality, I didn't like it. Well, now it's becoming more accepted, but what I've noticed with my personal clients who are agents that I'm taking on is that there's still a lot of people that are not creating their own content, or they're just creating or sharing content that is created by other people. And so the biggest thing that I want you to take from this is that getting started, of course, is very important. But if you want to maximize your brand, you want to make an impression, and you want to stand out from the crowd, you have to learn how to create content. You've got to learn how to put out your own thoughts and your own behind the scenes content, document what's going on, share a little bit of your life and your personality and your brand on social media and online in order to attract people to you, but also so that your business is bringing in people that are attracted to you and your brand. When you only ever share content that is made by somebody else, or it is something that is, kind of like that auto-generated, auto-posted content, it doesn't really help you stand out. And as content creation and content marketing has become more accepted in the real estate industry, there's a lot more services that are telling you that this generic content is going to suffice, and it's just not. There is a lot of noise out there with media and marketing, and people are being served ads all the time. And so the only thing that's going to differentiate you and your content is either customization or adding your voice and your opinions on top of it. So whether that takes a post that you're sharing from something like Keeping Current Matters and using a green screen effect to add your own opinions and add your own commentary on it and why it's important to your people, this is going to be what's going to take something that's very generic, who your audience is going to be like, I don't know, that's just kind of looking like at gibberish, to, oh, Sally helped me understand what this chart meant and what that means for me as a homeowner in 2024. So you've got to add your own spin, your own flair, and I would also say your own brand on top of it. So this is going to be how you're going to differentiate yourself and establish your brand voice with your online marketing. Okay, mistake number 2 is that agents are thinking that posting on Instagram equals lead generation. Now, let me tell you why this is extremely detrimental, is because you're kind of taking the lead generation and the active portion of lead generation out of the picture when you're thinking this. And so while you can post on Instagram and potentially get that one post, that one piece of content in front of 20, 30, 50, 100 people, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that that post has generated you any leads. And just because people saw it does not mean that they're a lead for your real estate business. Now, you can be very intentional with your content so that your content does generate leads. For example, you can do a post and do a call to action at the end for them to comment a word, DM you, or click the link in your profile to go to a landing page where they're going to sign up for your email list. At that point, now that post has generated a lead for you. But if you are just expecting that everybody is going to reach out to you after seeing you on Instagram, that's not necessarily the case. So it is marketing, but it is not necessarily lead generation until they contact you or until they accept your call to action to take action to move forward and either get on your email list or reach out to you for further information or a conversation about real estate. So you still have to be very intentional with your content strategy, your social media strategy to get leads from the content. Number 3 is one of the things that I see is most concerning for me when I'm looking at the real estate industry and all the changes that are happening right now in July of 2024. And that would be relying on third-party sources for all of your leads. Whether that would be your broker, your team, or these pay-at-close companies or third-party referral sources, all of this is putting your business in somebody else's hands. And I believe that that is the most dangerous thing that you can do, because if they decide to close that program down, they stop generating leads, they stop sending you leads, you're SOL. And now you've got to scramble and try to get business because you don't have any leads. So what I think that agents should do, if you're new or you're trying to generate more leads and you've signed up for some of these third-party sources, third-party companies, referral lead sources, is while you have that going over here, on this side, you should be building your brand, creating your own content like we talked about right at the beginning of this video, so that you can generate your own leads. And you have some stuff coming in here, hopefully, with these third-party outside sources, but you're teaching yourself and you're learning how to generate your own leads. That way your business is not reliant on any one person or source. I think that agents should learn to diversify their marketing strategies, where everything is at and where leads are coming in from. That way, there's never one thing that's taking your business out or taking your business down. And I want to say that I have personal experience with having made this mistake in my own real estate business over the 8 years that I was full-time. And it's very difficult when you lose that momentum because you have somebody else being your lead source. Even just deciding that you're going to go from not being on a team anymore or switching a brokerage, there's a lack of momentum and you have to build that momentum back up. But let's say you lose one of those lead sources, like I just heard a bunch of agents talking about how they lost their Zillow Flex program or whatever program that they were on. They got an email saying, hey, we're no longer going to be sending you leads. We're closing this program down in your area. Now they have to go figure out where all their leads are going to be coming from. And some of them don't know how to generate leads on their own. So you should absolutely know how to generate your own leads. And you should be generating your own leads, creating your own brand in addition to any other third-party outside sources that you're relying on. I don't care if you're on a team or in a brokerage that gives you leads. To me, it does not make sense to put the fate of your business, your income, in somebody else's hands. Number 4 is you're not combining traditional outreach and communication methods with modern methods. So what I see is people are either all in on one side or they're all in on the other side. And here's the thing, is that if you have read The 7 Levels of Communication, that is a really great book to read about. And I would say that a lot of people can accept that you're really good when you get in front of a person face to face, right? Most agents feel that they are doing their best or converting their best or able to close more sales when they're in a face-to-face, in-person conversation with somebody, right? And there are, of course, people who are very experienced with doing traditional prospecting methods like cold calling and door knocking and traditional farming, right? That don't want to invest any time into learning modern and content marketing. But I would say that there is a place for more traditional aspects in communication to go hand in hand with some of these modern methods. Creating an online brand, creating content gives you scalability. One piece of content can get you in front of multiple people, whereas if you're having a phone conversation or you're door knocking or in person, that's one-to-one. You can't scale that effort because you're going to run out of time, right? But you can combine that with the modern communication, the modern marketing, to take the best of both worlds, get the reach, get the interest, grow the audience, right? And then convert and invest into the relationships and invest into people with phone calls and face-to-face meetings, in-person meetings. There is a place at the table, I believe, for both traditional and modern, and marrying a mix of the two to find that perfect mix that's going to really elevate your business and make you really well-rounded as a real estate agent or a team leader or a broker owner, whatever it might be. I think that this is a big trap that agents fall into, is just being in one camp or the other. And I honestly just think that it makes sense to find your mix that is going to make you well-rounded and give you the best of both worlds. Number 5 is going 100% all in on a paid ads strategy. Now, here is why I am against relying 100% on ads. Very first is because as soon as you stop paying for ads, your lead source, your audience growth, it stops. It's over. So once that's gone and you decide you're not spending more money on it, you don't have anything new coming in. The other reason is that when you are going 100% in on ads and paying for leads, paying for ads, you are doing very expensive experimentation, because not only are you spending money to do it, but now you're also doing your testing. You're paying to do your testing rather than doing some of your testing organically and seeing what works organically in your messaging, post-wise, the content that you're doing organic, and then putting money behind what works really well organically. So for me, I used to be strongly against ads at all, actually. And I was like, you can do everything organic. And it's true, you can do everything organic, but it is going to be very slow. It's going to be slow growth. Organic is going to take the most amount of time. And granted, if you're a new agent, taking time and having, building that momentum, it's okay, because you have a lot you have to learn. You have to learn how to market yourself. You have to learn the contracts, how to do a buyer consultation, how to do a seller consultation, how to show property the right way, how to really work your leads and convert them into clients, and then when they're clients, convert them into an actual sale, right? But I really do believe now that there's a time and place for organic, and there's a time and place for your ads. You can do organic, you can build your audience that way, you can generate leads that way, and then once you start getting really good at the organic side, you can put money behind it to scale faster, to generate leads faster. Now, one thing that I did last year was I had known that I had every single September and October, I had a fall guide as a real estate agent. And I knew that it was a huge driver to my email list, my local email list for the Phoenix area. And so last year, what I ended up doing was starting to put some ads behind those posts and my content. And that helped generate even more email list signups. And the thing that worked really well is that I already knew that content worked well from the 2 years before. And so putting money behind it actually was extremely affordable, and I was able to even get more than I was organically, because the organic was doing really well free. So just putting some money behind those posts just really kind of like was a catalyst to that email list growth. And so it was really cool to see, okay, I've nailed down the messaging and the content and what I'm doing here. Let me put some money behind this to elevate the results and fast track them, especially because it was seasonal and there was only so much time that content and that resource was going to be relevant. Once October and the first week or so in November was over, people were really not interested in signing up for that resource anymore, because it was about things to do in the fall in Phoenix, Arizona. So I think that you should mix up your paid and your organic strategy. You should really try to figure out what works organically and then put money behind it. And then just know that you need to know how to do things organically without having money behind it. Because if you ever have a need to reduce that ad spend, you can still be generating leads and nurturing your clients and converting them on an organic level, and not have to worry about your business coming to a complete standstill because you don't have anything new coming in because you stopped your ad spend for however long. So I think that there is a place for ads, but I also think that you should, again, know how to organically generate leads and post and create organic content and have a strategy behind that to be able to generate leads without having to put money behind every single piece of content, so that you have a good mix of both. The biggest thing I want you to take away from today's video is that you can do a lot with your brand and build something that you own, that you don't have to rely on anybody else for your business. And there's a mix, and there's going to be really a strategy for you individually. You're going to have to find the right mix of organic and paid, and what is modern. What do I need to invest in traditionally? Like, when do I need to invest in the one-on-one stuff? When do I need to, focus on trying to reach more people, and when, right? You're going to have to find that mix. But what I want to teach you is how to create a business that is not relying on a third-party source, an outside source, where if that goes away, you no longer have a real estate business because something outside of your own control has taken away your ability to generate leads or get new leads and interest coming into your real estate business. That is my ultimate goal for you as an agent, and what I want to teach you when it comes to content marketing strategy and using content marketing to also further convert your leads, because it's not enough to just post the content and then even to get them on your email list or get them into your database. Once they're there, you still have to take them from being interested and saying, I may want to do something, to actually becoming a client and ultimately taking them and making a sale, right? Because there's a lot of things that have to happen in between them saying, hey, I might be interested, give me that resource, or sign me up for that home search, or I want to know how much my home is worth. You're still going to have to work them. So if you want to learn more about content marketing strategy, go ahead and follow along. And I do want to let you know that I have a resource linked down below. It's brand new. That is a full comprehensive guide of different marketing ideas from organic, social media, video, paid strategies to help you to generate leads in your real estate business and to find the methods that are going to work with your business goals, that are going to align with your strengths, your talents, and really how you want to go about generating and converting more leads for your real estate business. So you can get that. It's completely free in the description.